Hello and welcome guys, ArmaganVideos here, and first of all I want to wish you a nice day and let's all be thankful to learn something new today, because there's so much stuff going on in the world right now. Let's just be happy and enjoy this tutorial guys. So, today we are going to create a line art logo and I'm going to show you how to apply line art to your own sketches, how to make the sketch if you're having like an image of, for my example, or a polar bear. And yeah, I'm going to show you the sketch process that I've made in Photoshop right now. I've used my Wacom Cintiq 13 HD and I've used Kyle's mega pack of brushes there, but basically you can use any brush. It doesn't really matter right here, because it's just about the rough sketch that you can then import into Illustrator so we can make the line art logo there. And am I missing something? I don't think so. Yeah, I think in the speed art of the sketch process right now, you can see the shortcuts. If not, I'm using B to get the brush tool, E to delete something real quick, or use the key on my Cintiq pen, and R to rotate, as well as Control T to scale something up or down. But I think I didn't even scale something. So yeah, I got the sketch ready right here and you can download it from my Facebook page. It's going to be linked in the description below. Make sure to leave a like. You don't have to really, just if you enjoy this and if you think I can give you something, because I'm doing the same. Otherwise, a like or subscription would be very dumb. So, here we got the weird looking sketch, and I have to say it, you don't really need to be a good drawer, or yeah, you don't have to be good in drawing. It really counts how much you know Illustrator and your tool set, because then you can always go back, change something, come back a day later, work on it again, and eventually in 1 week, if not yet, it will look good. So just make sure to keep on practicing and working. So yeah, I hope this little motivation speech is enough to fuel you up to finish this tutorial. So let me just quickly grab this color of our sketch right here and fill the background with it. And of course, let's just quickly hide it right here. And I press Command and X now. On Windows, it's Control X to copy that into our clipboard, and it's gone right now. So let's activate our background again, lock that up, create a new layer, press Control F or Command F. So we bring this in front and let's double click on here. Then this window will come up, layer options. Make sure to dim images to like 50% so we are not distracted by the intense black right here when we are creating our line art. So let's give this a lock as well and create a new layer, and here we are going to create our line art. And for line art, it's pretty much self-explanatory. All you're using is lines, or in some cases you are using those fill spaces right here for the eyes if it looks good. Yeah, regarding the tools, I'm going to explain it while we are going to make the line art logo right here of that beer, in case you didn't know it's a beer. And yeah, let's start. Okay, first of all, and when I'm achieving line art logos, or when I'm creating line art logos, I usually try to use as many simple shapes, basic shapes like the ellipse, rectangle, or yeah, straight lines as much as I can, because it makes it look very cool, especially when you're using a circle or an ellipse. It will make it look really like the curves are just perfect. The paths that you're creating, they're just perfect, and it looks also then very nice. So let's switch up our color to black right here. Hold down Alt so it makes it perfectly from the middle. I'm going to create the shape for our beer right here. If you press Control X, it's switching from the foreground color to the stroke color. And I think our beer is going to get a round head. As you can see, this weird looking shape that I created in Photoshop is kind of looking weird, so the weird looking shape is looking weird. Alrighty. Okay, let's take this as our base line for our beer. Where do we have my stroke? There we go. Let's kind of give it, I don't know, 11 points. Maybe it's too thin. Crank it up to 15. Yeah, should look fine. Okay, where do we start? Of course, I want to just create 1/2 of our beer and then make sure to copy it over so it's perfect symmetrical. Okay, what I did here right now is because I want to include the beginners in this tutorial, I'm going to go at it a bit slower than in my usual tutorials. I'm selecting my circle, press C to get the scissors tool. As you can see right there, it's selected. And if you're having your circle selected right now, you can see those anchor points. And this is the perfect middle of our circle. So make sure to click in here, click in there, and now it's cut. You can see if we select this part, it's just this half and a separate half. So let's get rid of this one right here. Or yeah, let's get rid of the left one because I think I can work with the right one a bit better. And now we're basically going to create those shapes right here. And as I told you guys, I tried to use perfect symmetrical shapes. So let's drag out a ellipse, hold down Alt, and kind of try to achieve the same line right here. And I'm dragging it out from the middle so that if we bring it back together later on, 1/2 to the other half, there shouldn't be any weird connections right here. It should be a perfect line just like here. And if you're creating this circle right from the middle, you're assuring that this will be perfect. If you don't have these green or pinkish helper guidelines, just press Command U and it's enabled. So maybe let's make them a bit thinner so we can actually see something. Yeah, we should bring that one up. And if we drag this down, hold Alt so the changes come proportionally. Just like that. Then again, press C over here and C over there and delete the top part. Boom, we just got this right here. Now select this, press I, and click on here so it gives it the same stroke width as this shape right here, or this stroke right here. Alrighty, so let's create another circle for the right part right here. As you can see, it's almost perfect. Let's delete this and here again. Boom, there we go. And now I want to add a line to our path right here. So make sure to select it, press P to get the pen tool, as you can see right here. Make sure to click on the anchor point right here until your anchor point tool gets a little minus at its icon, as you can see right there. Make sure to click it. Don't worry, it's not going to delete it. It's going to be connected to our path right there, and then just drag somewhere else and it's going to have the same width. Boom. There we go. Well, let's see what we can do next up. I think for the next shape, we're actually going to try to get our nose right here, or outer nose shape. Let's see. A little trick I can show you guys is if you're having this ellipse right here selected and you want it to be very sharp and pointy, you just go to the anchor point, hold down Alt so you get this anchor point handle. Click on here and you can see it gets very sharp. So let's bring down our points a bit so we can actually see something again. And let's drag this in all the way up. Nope, not today. And let's disconnect it right here. Boom. And I think, how are we creating this shape now? Let me see. Let me think about it. Yeah. Let's just do it this way. As you can see, I've created this shape. Get another rectangle. And I've told you guys, I try to use as many simple shapes or basic shapes as I can, because it's just going to make our life easier. It's going to look better and everyone will just like it a bit more. It's a very common technique. Don't think I'm doing something extraordinary here. It's very common. So as you can see, I'm trying to get this line perfect and match it up with this here as well. So let's bring it right around here. And if you're unsure if those are matching in their points, you can press Command Y or Control Y and you can see those perfect points right here. So I'm selecting this shape, going to cut it right here at the intersection point. Switch back to our normal mode and cut it here again. There we are. Now if you want to join them, just select them both, right click and hit join. Boom, sometimes it messes up and creates another anchor point, as you can see right there. And then you have to go in manually, you can't do anything here. Sadly, let's see which anchor point. Or maybe we can go in, right click and join them as well. To join you must select two open endpoints here, one is not opened here, so. Excuse me talking so much during the summer makes your throat really dry, so maybe I have to cough a little bit. Alrighty, so let's create the nostrils. Oh, don't worry, we're going to fix this later on. I just want to keep on working right here. So let's bring those down a little bit. And we can actually use this for our eyes. Select this and crank that up a little bit. Hold down Alt and Shift to make a perfect circle or to scale it perfectly from the middle. There we go. I don't want the eye to be cut off, so let's do it like this. Maybe we need to add another shape later on right here. And let's see if we give it the same stroke. We need to find out what is happening right here. You could have avoided this mistake if you've created this path by yourself, but also for troubleshooting of some subscribers, because you guys are doing what you really want. So if you're creating it all from basic shapes and you're getting to this point where you can't fix this issue, I'm going to show it here in the tutorial. So don't see it as a waste of time or something. Maybe it's going to help you out later on. So you can see I've just deleted the anchor point by clicking on it with the pen tool. And well, now it kind of destroyed our, but it still looks good. So maybe let's make this a bit rounder. Yeah, I think this should do the trick. Or you know what, I'm going to delete it and make it different. I'm going to start from the middle right here. Then I'm going to create a nice little shape over here. And then go up right to the center. I think it's here when it's in the pink line is indicating us that the middle is right there. So let's just make a rough sketch right here. Boom, there we go. And now we can create this shape of just with a single circle. Sorry, excuse me. There we go. Looks fine, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's do this shape now. You can press R to rotate our shape right here. Let's bring it down to 5 again. Somehow it's not how I want it to be, so I think that's fine, man. Nope, it's not, because the ear should come from here as well, so let's make it a bit more. Let's see. Yeah, this should do the trick. So, same again, select it by pressing on it with our anchor point tool. Then cut it off here cut it off. Nope, wrong cut. Cut it off here and delete this shape. Boom. Now let's give the same thickness as our other shapes. And what is missing right now? We can create the nose shape right here from a circle again. Let's make this one 5 points thick again and drag it down here. Bring it over there, make sure to cut it. And we can delete this part. Select it. Okay, we can see that our anchor point should get right into this path. So just drag it with our direct selection tool, pressing A. There you go. And from here on, let's see that we can create our ear, because it should come out right of this shape and get into this one. Let's see. We're just going to create another shape again that's almost shaped like the first shape that we've created there. Shape. Shapeception. Let's make it thin again. Okay, let's cut it here and there. Oops. Okay, I have to zoom in. Let's delete this part and let's make it really sharp. We can smooth that later on with the Illustrator function. Just like this. Does it look like it as if it's coming from this shape? I don't think so, right? As you can see, we can drag those ends together. It's indicating where they are coming from. And maybe now it looks like it's coming from there, right? Yeah. So what is missing? I think we need to tweak the eyes a little bit, but first of all, let's make a little test run right here. We are going to select everything, group it up, press Ctrl C, Ctrl F to paste it in front, then press O to get the reflect tool, hold down Shift now and rotate it over, just like that. If that's too much for you, let me just quickly delete this. Just select everything in here, hold down Alt and Shift and drag it over. Boom, you got this. Now reflect it again. Boom, there we go. Since it's a group and this one as well, select both shapes while holding Shift. Just click on this one while holding nothing. As you can see, it's getting very thick. Then go to your Align window. If you don't have it, go to Window, Align, or press Shift F7. And now press this little button right here, Horizontal Distribute Space with 0 pixel margin. Boom. Perfectly matched up together. And now you're thinking, man, ArmaganVideos, what are you doing? Look at this weird stuff right here. And yeah, you're right, guys. But all you need to do, oh, we also forgot our points right there. All you need to do is select both, right click, join. Of course, it doesn't work. So let's see what's the problem right here. I think they're perfectly in the middle and that's why they're having some problems. Or there's one more anchor point. As you can see, the handles are also so dragged out so far. It's really unnatural. So let's see, join. To join, you must select two open endpoints. If they're not on the same path, they cannot be on text path nor inside graphs. Oh, both are grouped. Maybe that's the thing. Right click, ungroup. Troubleshooting with ArmaganVideos. There you go, guys. If you get to this point where you can join them together, make sure to ungroup them. Make sure that they are on the same point and make sure that they are not inside a text. Okay, so we got this. Let's turn off our layer right here and it already looks pretty awesome. This one's maybe a bit too harsh right here. Well, we can adjust this. Not a big deal. And also we need to adjust our ears right here because right now it looks like a pig. And also round up this and this right here. So yeah, we got a lot to do. And before we are actually merging all those paths together, let's make a safety copy, guys. I can just recommend it. It's so important. Just get this half right here and hold down Alt and drag it somewhere else where it's not distracting you. And now you can work with this. So let's hide it. Select it, ungroup both. Select those, join. Here are 2 points, join. 2 points as well, join. Here are 2 again. Here should be 2 as well, join. Those 2 as well. So, what's the problem right here? Look, sometimes it's just bugging. The points are perfectly on one spot. They're not grouped. And there's no text. Yeah, well, somehow it worked now. As you can see, it's the magic. I've changed nothing. I've just zoomed in and it kind of worked. So, yeah, thanks Adobe. Let's drag this down a bit to make more space for our nostrils, or hairs, sorry. Select those 2 points, holding Shift, and now drag down with the keys, arrow keys. There we go. Select those 2 while using our direct selection tool. Press S to get the scale tool. And I've read in some of my previous videos that some guys don't have the scale tool or it's not working. Only thing I can recommend you guys is upgrading your Illustrator version, because I know this since I use Illustrator. So, or maybe not, but I think it was there since forever. So just upgrade, guys. While having those 2 anchor points selected right here, use the scale tool by pressing S and drag them in a bit so we can make it a bit more thinner, as you can see right there. And also let's create our line from here to the top. There we go, gives it a bit more character. Now select those 2 outer points right here, go to stroke and make sure to make a round cap. Gives it a bit more character. So let's create our ears. This was a simple shape, something like, oops. Make sure to drag out and here as well. Make it round as well. Looks kind of funny. There we go. Or actually we shouldn't have created this because we have to round our ears as well. So let's drag this out real quick and select this point right here. And if you don't have this round up tool right here, this little point, make sure to upgrade your Illustrator version, because I can just drag this, pull it in, and it's rounding up our ear right here. Perfect, right? So let's bring this back in again. Maybe it's still a bit too big, so let's shrink this down. There we go. Copy it over. No, that's not perfect, but if you want, you can split it in half again and then bring it over, but I'm just going to go and use a different technique. Press Command R to get the rulers and make sure that both of the tops right here are perfectly on the same height. So this is perfect now. This is perfect as well, so all fine. What else? Yeah, you know what, guys? We should split that up later on because we have to change our ear as well. Or maybe I'm just going to rewind some steps. Let me see. Select this, and now drag it in. There we go. Now we can bring this in again. Make it smaller. Duplicate it, rotate it around. And that should be perfect already. So somehow our eyes look a bit yeah, how should I call it? They look a bit thin. So let's click on here, select our both eyes, press Command C, Control F to paste them in front. And let's make them a bit, oh no, let's delete them. Just delete what we've created. Select both of them. Or first of all, get our color right here. It's FAD034. Select both our eyes and give it a fill color. So, boom, there we go. Nothing changed because it's the same as our background. But now we can copy those eyes, Control C, Control F, get rid of our fill color and increase our stroke. But make sure to paste it in front as well, send to back. So let's make them a bit bigger to give it a bit of a more mean look while maintaining this circle right here. As you can see, it looks way more aggressive now, right? And also, what's cool, we can grab those 2 points right here and drag them in just a little bit. There we go. Looks way better in my opinion. And let's finally create our little hairs right here. I'm just going to create one circle here, one more again by copying it. Control C, Control F, rotating, pressing R, now holding Shift and dragging to the side. There we go. Now let's select those, group them up, pressing Control G, and let's bring them over here. And I think later on I'm just going to cut it in half and duplicate it over so it's a perfect symmetrical beard right here. And yeah, so we are almost finished, I guess, or already finished. All we need to do now is add our typo right here, and you've learned basically every technique you need to create line logos. Work with the pen tool, work with the scissors tool, creating shape or creating your logo out of perfect symmetrical shapes. Perfect basic shapes, and then making it symmetric by copying it over and reflecting it, putting paths together. Yeah, that's basically all you need to know to create line art logos, and you're good to go. And all I would switch up now is making the nostrils a little bit smaller because they look huge as hell. Let's select them, bring them together, group them up. While having those selected, hold down Shift and select the outer shape. Click here again so it gets thick. And make sure to go to, where do we have it? Align. And vertical align. Yeah, it's already perfectly vertical aligned. So maybe we should make them even smaller. Ungroup. Group them up again. Select the outer shape, click on here, and yeah. Well, it's up to you now to create more details for your logo. Also, those look kind of helpless right here. We need to change them up, maybe make them a bit bigger. And I think we also should add a little line from the middle right here to over here. Yeah, looks better. And maybe this line right here should have been more rounded up in the beginning. So make sure that you would have created this by creating a rectangle right from the middle and doing it like this, not like how I did it. I just went to this side, rotated it, and then if you're bringing it together, it doesn't look that perfect. As I've mentioned it in the beginning, as you can see, I made the mistake myself, but I'm just a human being, guys. There we go. Of course, I'm German, half German, and I should have been perfect, but I think you get it. Okay, guys, you learned everything to create line art logos yourself, and you're good to go. I can leave you to the free world now and create your own variation of line logos. Maybe recreate this beer if you like. And as a little recommendation for the font that I've used in, or that I'm going to use in the thumbnail and everything, it's Avenir. I really love it. Let's just type something out real quick and use Avenir medium, or maybe even black. The mighty one. Center that real quick. I think it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and suggest me more tutorials in the description below. And I would really enjoy it if you could share the video if you liked it. And yeah, of course, that's not necessary, guys. It would be just a cool thing to give me something back. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Until the next video, ArmaganVideos.